India doesn't really have any specific legal regime which governs the use of social media in the workplace. Everyone has the right of free speech, but at the same time, organizations should have the ability to impose certain reasonable limitations and guidelines as to how its employees use social media so that the organization's interests are protected. There's certainly been an increase in litigation in this area, and courts have held both in favor of organizations and employees. So, for example, the Madras High Court held in the case of Car Technologies that offending posts which breached its confidentiality norms should be taken down from mouthshut.com. In another ruling, the Bombay High Court went on to injunct an employee from posting defamatory content on Facebook, Twitter, and other such media. And it also went on to ask the employee to remove the prior offending posts. While courts have allowed organizations to take disciplinary action against employees for offending behavior on social media, any disciplinary action should follow the rules of natural justice, and any arbitrary action without due process could be struck down. It's also important to ensure that any action is balanced with an individual's right to freedom of speech and expression. In fact, there's a ruling of the Bombay High Court where the court ultimately held that there was absolutely no linkage between the post that the employee made and his functions as an employee of the municipal corporation. Because the Bombay High Court felt that these posts were completely in the private domain. The Kerala High Court has also gone on to say that an employee's emotional outburst about his work conditions is a part of his freedom of speech. However, it added the caution that such freedom of speech is not without limitations, especially where it might go against the collective interest of the organization. If I am an employee posting on the official Twitter handle of an organization, or I am the brand ambassador, then clearly my conduct can impact an organization. But if I am using an organization's tools in my private capacity and misusing those tools contrary to the organization's policies, then I don't think an organization can be held liable. In an interesting ruling, it was held that an organization will not be held responsible merely for providing tools like the internet or computer to its employees if those have been misused by the employee contrary to the organization's policies. So if an employee makes certain negative comments, even though they might be in the private domain, to the extent that they go against an organization's stated policies or values, I believe that an organization still has the ability to take action against such an employee. Another aspect to consider is very often posts which are defamatory or derogatory also violate the terms of use of various websites. If that's the case, an organization can, as a first step, issue a takedown notice to the website to have that post removed. If that doesn't work, then you can certainly approach courts for a remedy. But action has to also be modulated based on the nature of the post. If it's a genuine grievance or a post in the nature of the Me Too campaign, an organization would be better advised to reach out to the individual, try and assess the grievances, and address that effectively. Often, the simplest and the most ignored step is for an organization to create a robust social media policy, which clearly lays down the contours of what is acceptable social media conduct in relation to the organization, both in the employee's professional capacity and in the private capacity. This can be a good starting step for any organization.